And what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You're watching Feet in the Dirt Outdoors. Don't be afraid to kick them shoes off. Go outside, put your feet in the grass, and let Mother Earth recharge your batteries. Hey, we got a fun one planned for you this evening. But you know what? I got to go in here and go to work first. So what's going to be a long 8 hours for me is only going to be like a short 11 seconds for y'all. So stay tuned. We'll be right back right after this. Uh-oh, forgot the shoes. What do you say we go camping? I think I need that. Okay, y'all, so where we're at, we are back at Bruton campground off the Pickwick Lake over here. Only this time we're not in the day use area. We are in the actual camping area. It's a very beautiful spot here. I'll give you a little panoramic view real quick. My spot will be right back there. So we're going to be doing a little fishing this evening, and hopefully we will catch some fish and we can make some Baja fish tacos. Boy, this is a nice shaded area right here. So we were going to walk down to the dock over there, but there's some kids down there enjoying themselves swimming. I don't know how the audio is doing on this particular video. I have ordered me some new magnet microphones. But anyway, y'all, we're going to get busy unloading here and get the fishing gear out, because we need to get them hooks in the water if we're going to catch any fish for supper tonight. Big old juicy night crawler. Alright, so we got 3 lines in the water. Got 2 bobbers with some little mealworms, and we got 1 out there on the bottom with a big old juicy night crawler. So we're going to try to catch us a small bluegill so we can use it as catfish bait. But I do have 1 in there hoping to get a catfish on it. But other than that, it's time to sit and wait and see if we can catch some fish. I'm not having much luck with these little mealworms. Either the fish are eating them or it's falling off the hook, one of the two. Y'all, what I think is happening is the fish right here are small and they're just eating the worms right off the hook. I could either go with smaller hooks or just keep feeding them. Either way, we're going to catch some fish. So just to give you a little update on the fishing situation, while I was rebaiting one of my little bobber setups, my one that was out deep, it got a big old hit, so I dropped my pole and run over here and nothing was on it. So we threw it back out there. We're going to see what happens. This time I didn't throw it out quite as far. We threw it out a little bit more shallow this time. They just keep stealing my bait. It shows you how desperate I am to catch a fish. I went to go bait this pole up, and on my way back I was looking out in the water and I didn't see my bobber nowhere. You know, I had two out there, and I didn't see the other one. So I got excited. Just laying down here on the ground. Just laying on the ground. I don't know if I mentioned it, but did I mention that I'm staying the night tonight? I'm doing an overnighter, so we're going to be fishing pretty late if we don't catch fish early. So one way or another, we're going to have Baja fish tacos tonight. So y'all just stay tuned. Got the lines out in the water, waiting for the sun to go down a little bit. Maybe it'll cool off a little bit and the fish will start biting. Right now we're going to take a break. We are eating. We're eating. He ain't the biggest one I'd like to catch, but he's big enough to keep. Big enough to eat. At this point, beggars can't be choosers. If we catch more that are bigger than him, we'll let him go. You know, one thing about being a YouTube creator, doing videos like this, is when you got people around you and you're talking to yourself, it's kind of embarrassing. Y'all seen that, right? I just threw it out there, and before I could set the pole down, boom. Yeah, they starting to bite now. At least the bluegill are. That's fine with me. I like bluegill. We'll cook them suckers up and we'll have us a bluegill Baja taco. I ain't got nothing against no bluegill, but they biting so fast I can't even. As soon as the bait hits the water, they're biting it. So we're gonna keep on with this. So as soon as I cast one out, I reel one in. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I caught him on the big boy hook too. I was expecting to catch a catfish on that big old hook. He had a big old mouth. Y'all, no joke. They're hitting it so fast that I ain't even having time to get them on the stringer. I'm gonna have to hook me a rope up to that stringer so I can throw it a little deeper because my stringer's filling up. I like it. So I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but I did mention that I'm gonna stay the night tonight. But what I didn't mention was I'm gonna wait until it gets a little bit later in the evening before I put the tent up, because it's probably in the 80s right now, and I know me, if I start working on something like that, I'll be wringing wet with sweat. So I'm sparing myself having to wring my clothes out. They do have really nice showers here, and I am gonna have to take a shower up there because I've got to get up early in the morning and go back to work. So yeah, I'm just trying not to get too sweaty right now. So I'll pitch that tent here in a little bit. That didn't sound right. Most of y'all that have watched some of my other videos know that I have been to this Pickwick Lake several times. And you know, I could probably do a lifetime of videos just off this lake alone. I mean, there's campgrounds all around this lake. Countless places to fish, so I really enjoy, and especially when I have to work the next day, it's kind of convenient to you know, put these videos out, and I don't have to go very far. And like I said, I could stay the night and be to work the next morning. So yeah, Pickwick Lake is a huge outdoor, I mean, you know, anything you want to do out here. Alrighty then, so we have finally caught one big enough to use as live bait. So we're gonna put this one on the catfish pole and see if we can't get us a catfish. Yeah, as luck would have it, I was over here baiting this, getting this little one off, this little bluegill that I'm going to use for bait. I was getting him off the hook. I turned around and the one I had rigged up for catfish was about bent in two. So I had to put everything down, didn't get it on camera. I run over here and I had him about halfway reeled in and he got off. But we got that bluegill baited up on that line now, so let's see what happens. Maybe we'll get us a big catfish. Another bluegill. Well, unfortunately, it's gonna look like we're gonna be having some Baja fish tacos. We reeling them in, boys. We reeling them in. We're gonna have plenty of meat now. Yay! Thought I had a monster for a minute there. I don't know if it didn't set the hook. I don't know. I got one catfish line still in the water, so I'm gonna keep my eye on it while I try to get this stuff out to put the tin up. Well, all right, y'all, we are done fishing for the day. I believe I caught enough to have a quite enjoyable meal tonight. Now the fun part begins. Scaling, cleaning. We're gonna fillet these out and get the meat out of them, and we're gonna put them in the fryer. All right, y'all, so we got our fish all cleaned. I saved you the gory details. Got plenty of meat here, probably more than enough. I'm gonna try something a little different, like I always do. Done a little research. Along with the flour, I'm gonna add some Zatarain. Some Zatarain fish fry. This is what I'm going to add to the flour. Zatarain, New Orleans. And I don't measure nothing. Got that. We got the oil heating up. Then we're going to add a must-add beer battered Baja, some Modelo. Oh yeah. And mix it up. Some more Modelo. You want to get it not too thick, but not too runny. A little bit more. That's what's going to give it that good flavor. I'm going to make sure I got my oil temperature gauge there. Another way of checking it is to take your batter and just drop a little bit in there and see what it does. Looks like it's ready. Take your fish, dip it in your batter, get it good and covered, into the fryer. I cut these up in strips from the meat that I got off of them. I cut them up into strips, real small thin strips. That'll sit nicely in them tacos. Alright, so I made some without some of the seasoning. Some pieces, I want to see how them taste. Now we're going to go in with some garlic powder. Go in with some pepper. People out here swimming hear me talking to myself, think I'm nuts. Go in with a little chili powder. A little salt. That looks too much salt. How about we try some of this old Creole seasoning? All right, we're gonna mix that in. These plain ones are done. Now we're gonna go in with this good old seasoned up batter. Some of these pieces are small. You don't get a big fillet off a bluegill. Real thin, but plenty for a taco. Look at that. Woo! That's battering up nicely. Okay, so one of the benefits about making the Baja beer battered fish taco is you get to finish off the beer. All right, y'all, we are about to prepare our taco here. Here's all the fish. It plumped up real good and thick with that thick batter that I made. So it's really thick and crunchy. So here we go. We're gonna make our Baja fish taco. Go in with the fish. And I went with the flour tortillas. I like the flour tortillas. Pico de gallo. Go in with some pico de gallo. Go in with some onion and cilantro. I love cilantro. I like onions. Got to do your queso, your white cheese sauce. Oh yeah. Want to top it off with some lemon. And a subscriber sent me this. I've been eating it all day on different stuff, so it is Melinda's Sriracha hot chili sauce. This stuff was pretty good, so I'm gonna drop some of that on there. There you go, y'all. Baja fish taco. All right, y'all, here we go. This is gonna be the first taste test for the beer battered Baja fish taco. Here we go. When I laugh, you know I'm enjoying it. The crunch on that was amazing. The Zatarain's really gave it an extra kick. Instead of just using the flour, I went in with the Zatarain. That is good. And for the drink, Baja. Had to do the Baja Mountain Dew. Baja tacos, Baja Mountain Dew. Alright, y'all. I'm going to indulge. I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, so as most of you that watched the last video with me and my son, Trey, he attempted to use the flint striker to start the fire. To his to his credit, it was raining, so everything was kind of damp. But here's a little trick that I use is my dryer lint. I keep all my dryer lint in a big old bucket next to the dryer, and so this is what I use to start my fires with. So we're gonna give it a try. And voila, a little flint stick and some dryer lint. And for dessert, oatmeal cream pie. Well, we finally made it into the tent and onto the bed. Supper was really good. Fishing was good. Weather was good. And the video was good. Hope you all enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead and get some sleep because I got to get up early in the morning. And hopefully we'll get up and have time to have breakfast and some coffee. And then we got to get ready for work. So, good night, y'all. See you in the morning. So whatever this boat is, this loud freaking banana boat dude is running back and forth in front of the campground for the last hour. Maybe somebody can explain this shit right here to me. What in the... I want y'all to listen to this. What kind of boat requires that kind of motor if you're running a fish line or something at nighttime? That is insane. Back and forth all night long in front of the campground. Big old bright lights. What is that? Well, I'm gonna lay back down for the third time. Good night. There he comes again. About the 4th time now. There is no sleeping here with this guy. Now he just cut the lights out. That is so weird. Well, round number 5. I still hear dude out there. Now we got a barge going by. The video's blurry because I'm filming through a screen in the tent. But that's the barge. Yeah, I can deal with the barge. I'm used to them. They're not that loud. But that boat out there, I swear, I mean, dude could be like in Louisiana and I can still hear him. I don't see him, but I can hear him out there. I mean, it's rude. You got all these campsites around here, not to mention all these multi-million-dollar houses along the shore here. And if that guy's up and down this lake all night long like this, every single night, running lines, I mean, I don't know what the legality is to something like that, if they're allowed to do that and be that loud. But that's rude. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but there goes that barge. I wish the video wasn't so blurry, but it is what it is. But I don't know if you could still hear that boat. It's just a constant. It's like he never goes away. You can hear it no matter how far away he is. Well, it's about 2 a.m. The moon's shining bright. Barge going by. I don't hear that guy out there anymore at the moment. There's Pickwick Dam all lit up. But I figure since he's woke me up 3 or 4 times already tonight, I might as well get up and go use the bathroom. Get a little B-roll footage. And then I'm going to try to lay back down before I got to get up and go to work at 4:30. Well, good morning, y'all. Oh, we just went ahead and got up. It's probably around 4:30. Didn't get hardly any sleep last night whatsoever. Not of any fault of mine, but we had one little mishap where I went to get up to look at what was going on out there on the lake with all that noise, and my shorts were right there next to the mattress, and I stepped on my shorts, which were where my keys to the car were, stepped on the remote and set the alarm off on the car. So I had to hurry up and get that shut off. Laid back down, and then we had the boat that was going back and forth all night long. So anyway, we're up taking a walk. We're over here by the bathrooms now. And you can see the lake out there. It's starting to get daylight. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the breakfast thing or not. We're going to come over here and sit down on this bench here. Oh man, we've got benches right across from the bathrooms. I guess while I'm up and deciding if I want to make breakfast or not, I just thought I'd have a little chat. I watch several camping channels on YouTube, and some of them are stealth campers. I almost thought about doing that on my channel, but I didn't want to risk being banned from places because I live in a small area, and I didn't want to risk, you know, the chance of being banned from businesses and stuff by doing that. So I didn't think it was a good idea, but I might throw a few in there. But anyway, one of them that I watch, Small Plots, he had mentioned something about how what was like your pet peeve or whatever kind of thing, and his was how, like, it's just most people assume that when you're camping you have to, you know, like cook something all the time, which, you know, I do. That's part of my channel. That's what I do. But that's just the way I've always done, cooked when I camped. I guess most people do. But anyway, mine, I guess, would be, and as far, I'm talking about, you know, content creators as far as like camping, even the stealth campers. It includes all of us, the campers and things like that. But is when you go to bed for the night, and then in the mornings when you wake up, you do the yawning thing, you know, the camera's already on and you're, oh, good morning type of thing. And I'm not knocking them that do it, but for me, I just don't do it that way. I mean, because it's like people know that you've already been up because you had to get up to turn the camera on. And I just don't see the sense in it myself. So I guess that would be mine. Like, I'm just going to get up, stretch and do my thing and then turn the camera on. Because you already know that I'm up, because I'm up. So it's silly to get up, turn the camera on, lay back down, put the covers over you, and then yawn and act like you're just waking up. I guess that would be mine. I guess they do that. Some of them put the camera on a time lapse. And, you know, I might do it that way if I had a GoPro, or some of them have 2 or 3 GoPros. I use my phone, so if I had a GoPro or something that I could set up and do a time lapse where it shows me laying there sleeping all night, that's one thing, but not when I'm using my phone. I mean, I got to get up, turn my phone on and all that, so I guess that would be mine. I think it's funny when they do that, but it adds some humor for me when I watch it. Anyway, y'all, if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy my videos, best thing you can do to help me out is to subscribe, like the videos, throw in a comment, you know, give me some suggestions, or you know, just anything. Just comment whatever you want, and that's how you can help my channel. But it's been a rough night, so I got to get up and get in here and get cleaned up and get ready for work this morning. So that's another thing with me is, you know, I have a full-time job, so when I do these videos, a lot of times I got to get up, go to work that day, or I've already worked that day and I do the videos that evening, and that's just how I have to do it. So until the next adventure, which it's going to be a good one, promise you that. So stay tuned, y'all. Thank y'all.